Hello Internet, my name is Hazel from Hazel Nutty Games, and it is actually Saturday. I ran out of time yesterday morning before the stream to make the vlog, and I figured instead of rushing it and then just being late for everything, I was going to be late for everything anyways and then save it for actually Saturday and then do it properly with a little bit of time so that I'm not speaking at 10,000 words per minute. Instead, we're just going to go at our normal rate of like 6,000 words per minute. I'm always trying to figure out, people have, through my whole life, told me I need to talk more slowly. And now that I'm making videos, I'll go back and watch them and I'll watch my stream highlights and I go, damn, they're right. I talk much too quickly. Sometimes it's hard to tell what I'm saying. And it's just weird. So I've been trying for a very long time to speak more slowly, and it works as long as I'm thinking about it. I can enunciate, I can talk like a normal human being, and then I get excited, and then I forget about it, and then I move on in my brain, and it's all just gone. I don't know if I can be helped at this point, but thank you guys for sticking with me anyways. So this week we had a very quiet news week in WoW. MMO Champion has been a desolate place of no news and the occasional interesting infographic, which is lovely, but it's not news, and that's not their fault. It's just no news. They've been laying groundwork for the WoW token. There is now a section in the auction house, the game time section. It's all blue to show you that it's new, and then you go, oh, it's new, and you go and you click into it, and it's like, nope, you can't get that yet because we haven't implemented it. But all of the framework is in place, so hopefully they just have to flip a switch once they're ready, and the WoW token will go live at a price of $20. And then you basically buy the $20 and you get the gold, and yeah, so we'll see how that pans out. I'm interested to see kind of how it all lays flat, what the gold prices turn out, or what the gold prices turn out to be, and how everybody reacts, and how many of them move, and I don't know. I'm interested to see how it works out, but I'm not like really excited. I'm not going to wake up on that day and see the tweet in my Twitter about how the WoW token is released and go, oh my gosh, today's the day. That's just not how it's going to be. But I mean, it'll happen, and it's something. Also in WoW. What else happened? We've been plugging away at Blackrock Foundry. My guild is now 8 of 10 heroic, so our last 2 heroic fights are Blast Furnace, which is going to take us a while if our attempts last week were anything to go by, and of course Blackhand. We have been raiding Blackrock Foundry for 8 weeks, and for almost all of that, we were raiding on 2 difficulties. And I still don't have my gosh darn 4-piece set bonus on my Shadow Priest yet. I don't know how this has happened. Conqueror tokens never, ever, ever drop. And as a Shadow Priest, I'm not exactly on the top of the list to get the Conch tokens. It's not fair. I save all my bonus rolls, and all I want is the 4-piece. So I can sit down and make a new an updated and correct Shadow Priest rotation video showing how to dot weave with the 2-piece, the 4-piece, and the no-piece. And I want the 4-piece so that I can go over, and I don't want to have to make another video. And also, I feel like it's going to help my damage. Ugh. Maybe next week. It can't avoid me forever. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Now that I've said that, the next raid tier 6.2 will come out like 3 months from now, and I still won't have my 4-piece, and I'll just move on to a new tier set and whatever. Okay, so the other day, different story. The other day, as you might be able to tell, I got blackout drapes. So this window, I don't really know what direction it faces because I'm not real good with compass directions. I understand them in theory. I can analyze them on a map perfectly well, but if you stick me in a real 3-dimensional world, point me in a direction, ask me to figure out which direction that is, I'm absolutely boned. But anyways, so this window gets a whole lot of sun, and when we moved in here, all of the windows had Venetian blinds, and those are fine. The cat likes them. She doesn't actually break them or anything. She doesn't play with them anymore, which is great. But they're white Venetian blinds. They let a lot of light through, especially when the sun is like 3 meters away from that window and it's just like blasting in here with the force of the sun. So it was causing some problems for lighting and glare on my monitors. There was no way I could set up my desk in this room without my main monitor getting horrible glare for about 4 hours out of the day. So I ordered some blackout curtains off Amazon. I ordered a curtain rod. I ordered a toolkit because I didn't have any tools. We didn't own any tools with which to put up the curtain rod, and I did it all by myself. It's even straight. You would think it was here when we moved in, except for the fact that the colors are awful. I know we got beige carpet, we got beige walls. Now I have a beige curtain. I don't actually like beige. I'm just very scared of putting up colors that might be worse than that. I don't think it could be worse than that, but I didn't want to go super dark, and all of the other colors were pretty dark, so beige it is. But hey, they're my curtains. I bought them. That means that if I want to get some fabric paints and make a horrible mural because I'm not artistically inclined at all, I can do that one day because I'm taking them with me when I move. So, brand new curtain, very excited. And it means that while I think it's kind of throwing the color off a little bit, I think it's making me look a little bit unhealthy. That's fine. That's fine. I'm free of the 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. glare, so it's very exciting. And Bloodborne came out this week. Oh my goodness. So, it's everything that I wanted it to be. I was so nervous that I wasn't going to like it, but it's just, it feels exactly like that same feeling going through Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2 again for the first time, that feeling of exploration. There are a couple of things that they've done very, very well. One of the big complaints that people had about Dark Souls 2 in relation to Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 1 had this really big interconnected world. You'd be progressing through an area. It would be there'd be a lot of ambiance. It would be very atmospheric, and you would find like a ladder or a gate. And you'd open it, and you climb up the ladder, and all of a sudden you're back where you started. You unlocked a shortcut. There's all sorts of weird ways that maps interconnect without making them go through loading screens. And neat shortcuts that you can find to kind of get around the world without having to cheat and just use loading screens like teleports. And that was one of the really wonderful things about Dark Souls 1, was that feeling of exploring this really alive world that was a real place that you could get to different areas in it from other areas without, I don't know. It felt like a real world. And Dark Souls 2 had the same kind of atmosphere, but all the zones were very segmented. You would go through an area, it had a very specific look. You would get a bonfire, you'd finish the area, you'd do the boss, you'd go into the next one. It had a very different look, and it was very linear. Like there was a hub in the middle, and then there was a couple of different webs, like spokes, basically, that would go out from the middle, and you would just go along a spoke until you got to the end boss, and then you would teleport back to the middle and start on a different spoke. It was all very linear in a spider webby kind of way, but the spider spokes didn't interconnect. They were just spokey, if that makes any sense. So that was one of the complaints people had about Dark Souls 2. But in Bloodborne, they've gone back to that original, and grant you, I haven't finished it by any stretch of the imagination. I'm only like 3 or 4 zones in. But it feels very much like they've gone back to that original philosophy of making this big interconnected world with all these wacky shortcuts. And I'm thankful for that, because the loading screens in Bloodborne are absolutely horrendous. I don't think I've ever played an RPG on a console before. I mean, I have a PC, why would I do that? But Bloodborne is on PS4, and it's only on PS4, so that's where we're playing it on. And these loading screens, whenever you do teleport between areas, or basically back to the hub and then out again, they take forever. I need to time them so I know exactly what amount of time I'm bitching about. But they take forever. There is nothing interesting on the loading screen. There is no loading screen tips. There's no loading screen art. There's no loading screen, where's Waldo? It's just the logo, and then you sit there and you stare at it for anywhere between 20 seconds and like a minute, waiting to teleport back. It makes it that much worse when you die, because now not only have you died and you have to start wherever you were over again, but now you have to sit through this god-awful loading screen and then pull up like YouTube on your phone or something, because it's too much. There's supposedly a patch in the works to alleviate that problem. I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but I hope they get it done, because those loading screens are awful. That is by far my biggest complaint with Bloodborne. But aside from that, it's fantastic. The areas are really cool. It's creepy, but not super scary. There's only been a couple of jump scares. Only once have I legitimately screamed in terror. The boss design, the bosses look very, very cool. Dark Souls 2 had kind of this problem where there were a couple of really unique bosses, and then a whole bunch of other bosses that were just variations on dude in armor. And so far, all the bosses that I've seen in Bloodborne have very, very unique art and design and like concept to them. It's very cool. It's a very artistic game. And in my player character, so the character creation is very detailed. There's a lot of different things you can do to adjust your character, and some of them terrifying, but you can make her look like a normal person. There is male and female, which is A+. I don't know what kind of gang signs I'm throwing here, but A+ on having a female option. Lords of the Fallen. But yeah, in Dark Souls 1 and 2, there was, of course, the hollowing mechanic where if you died, you would get to come back, of course, but you would actually be a hollow and undead at that point, and of course your total max health total would be lowered. And the more you died, the more undead you got, until basically you were just like a piece of beef jerky hobbling around looking like absolute crap. In Dark Souls 2, it actually made your hair fall out, so you would customize your character with a super cool like half braids thing, or like a nice bun or whatever. And if you die enough, and you will, your hair will just be, it just gets gross. And in Bloodborne, that doesn't happen. I get cool hats, the armor looks really neat, and of course you still die a lot, but it doesn't turn you into a zombie, because that's not part of the lore, which is A+. A+, excellent. 10 out of 10 in my book. So Bloodborne's fantastic. If you have a PS4 and you weren't sure if you should get Bloodborne, you should. I'm not sure if it's worth buying a PS4 for, because those are still pretty expensive, but hey, we did it, and I'm not complaining. So that has been Bloodborne. Oh my goodness. I need to find time to play more of it. I am still streaming the entire first playthrough. I don't really want to stomp all over the WoW stream times with Bloodborne, because a lot of people will come to a WoW stream expecting to see some PvP or something and be like, what is this? Why is it bloody? Why is that werewolf, inside out? So yeah, I'm gonna find some time to stream Bloodborne. I'm not exactly sure when. My husband, I think, has finished his first playthrough at this point, so I should be able to snag the PS4 back in here at some point. And that has been my week. So let me know what you think. If you think what you think, let me know if and what you think. If you have any questions you would like answered on an almost Saturday vlog, or actually Saturday vlog, whatever it is, just leave them as comments on the most recent vlog. And I hope you guys all have a fantastic week and a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!